LOP, Lok Sabha has responded now. LOP Rajya Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge and Congress Party President has also attacked the government over the education system and the student protests. And Mallikarjun Kharge is now accusing the government of using force against young protesters and has now listed the 3 demands, saying that the removal of the education minister is a must, an apology over the alleged atrocities and justice for those who have been targeted, where Mallikarjun Kharge also raising the concerns over youth unemployment and the future of the students. Now, this is coming in from the opposition side, straight up response to the Prime Minister's message, where Mallikarjun Kharge is also slamming the government over the education system, saying that there needs to be justice for the targeted protesters, and the youth of the country are seeking for accountability. And education system that he is now saying under the leadership of the Prime Minister has been corroded, and he's saying that we do not need platitudes or piecemeal announcements. And your government that lathi charged the youth, used pellet guns, shock batons, indiscriminate brutality with impunity as if they are not our own children. And then he is now saying 3 demands that will maintain, and one of them being sacking of the education minister, also demanding an apology over police action, and also seeking justice for the targeted protesters. Well, these 3 demands are aligning with what Rahul Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, has also said. So this seems to be on part of the Congress party, which are calling the Prime Minister's message to be an eyewash, saying that nothing less than the resignation of the Education Ministry will suffice. So let's in the meantime play out more reactions coming in.
आखिर इतने दिनों के बाद ये बात जो वो कह रहे हैं, वो चाहते तो सत्र शुरू होने के 22 दिन पहले, जब छात्र आंदोलन कर रहे थे, शांतिपूर्ण तरीके से अनशन कर रहे थे, सोनम वांगचुक और तमाम छात्र, उस समय उन्हें बीच का रास्ता अपनाना चाहिए था, उनसे बातचीत करके उनकी मांगों को मान लेना चाहिए था। फिर इतना बड़ा एक जो देखा गया कि 20 तारीख को इतने छात्रों पर लाठीचार्ज हुआ, जो केओस हुआ, पूरे देश दुनिया में सरकार बदनाम हुई, आंसू गैस के गोले छोड़े गए, हॉस्पिटल में कितने छात्र हैं, एक लड़की क्रिटिकल है, तो इस तरह की चीजें नहीं होती।
I have seen his tweets, unfortunately, so as to say it's another attempt to save Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, because he is totally disconnected from the realities. And there is some student unrest throughout the country, not only in Delhi, in almost all metropolitan cities and even in villages, colleges. Thousands of students are agitating. And the single point agenda is compensation to those students who had to commit suicide. Then comes the question of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. These are the 2 most important issues. And why did he allow Dharmendra Pradhan to continue? This is a $1 million question.
Well, that is, the sense that we are getting from the opposition's reactions coming in, saying that there is still no let-up as far as their demands are concerned. However, this is also aligning with what the CJP has been saying, but little bit of a difference that has now come in as far as the demands that has been kept forth by Sonam Wangchuk, today being observed as the 26th day of his hunger strike. Union ministers who also met him, and there has been several appeals that have come in from the opposition leaders as well, asking Sonam Wangchuk to break his fast. But the biggest of all has been the message that has now come in from the Prime Minister himself. Of course, when it comes to what has happened on the streets here, we are looking at the Prime Minister saying that there will be no compromise when it comes to the youth of the future, the welfare of them, and setting up a fast-track courts, ensuring that there is swift and stringent punishment for those involved in paper leaks. And the Prime Minister says that he's directed the concerned authorities and officials to take all necessary steps in this regard. And the Prime Minister has noted that this is a part of series of steps that is being undertaken by the government to bring those involved into paper leaks to justice. So that continues to remain as far as the biggest assurance that is coming in from the Prime Minister. But there has been a response that has come in from Rahul Gandhi, and accusing the Prime Minister of harming the future of the youth. And he says that you allowed and encouraged total capture and destruction of our education system and protected every person responsible for it. So Rahul Gandhi has reiterated the students' demands. The students' demands, he says, are clear. Sack Dharmendra Pradhan, apologize to the students, and take action against those who assaulted them. Pragya is connected with us. Pragya, it seems that the opposition is also, continuing with the same demand. They want nothing less than the resignation of Education Minister and action against when it comes to what the police did with the protesters.
Well,
Absolutely, Amita. In fact, this has been demand of the opposition party saying that, we need a resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, and we want discussion only after the resignation will be taken by of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan by the government. In fact, one of the grievances of opposition is that why did government not act earlier and in fact spoke to the students before they started protesting? Why did it has to reach a point where the student has to come on the streets and also government has to resort to lathi charge and violence? Well, there are many, vantage point, you look at the particular protest because BJP is saying it was politically motivated. There were many antisocial elements in that protest also, and these students were also incited by them. But government, recognizes and realizes that this topic is very sensitive. They need to take stock of it. Yes. They also say that these are our kids, these are our children, these are the future of the country, and we will take steps to ensure that they won't have to meet such a fate as many of them have met, post the NEET paper leak. So absolutely. Government, in first of the initiative, Prime Minister himself has announced first in the series that will come as a reformative. So
we're going to see how day 4 of the monsoon session of Parliament looks like. Half an hour from the proceedings to begin, but it seems that the highlight is something which has been shared on part of the opposition exactly, or what's expected today to happen. Pragya, for the moment, thank you very much for joining in. We'll head into a short break.